Yo, oh shit. God damn, blooper. Ah, damn, I fucked up. Let me do it again. Shit. The tickets is gonna be $15 pre-sale. God damn it. Kiss my ass, okay? You kiss my ass, me. Okay? All right.
So, Steez.
Yes, it's hot. So bring out your middies and bring out your titties, okay? For this summer, July 30th, at the Madison Live Rooftop. You feel me? July 30th. I will be headlining it. Of course, it's gonna be real fire. I got my brother Lantana also headlining with me. Got some openers like my brother Ibbi Too Vicious. We got some Devin Burgess. We got some Rye. We got some Szaba up there. You feel me? Hosted by Siri Imani too. Whole bunch of gang ties. You feel me? And guess what? It's Gravel's birthday bash. Shh. So pop out July 30th. Tickets $10 right now, $15 at the door. Get them while you can. You feel me? Peace.
Wow, what a way to kick off the show with breaking news from none other than Turich Benjy. You guys heard him. It's all going down July 30th for Dear Summer at Madison Live Rooftop. And what a lineup. We've got Lantana and Turich headlining, plus Devin Burgess, Szaba, Rye, and Ibbi Too Vicious. Man, I cannot wait. Going to be a perfect way to celebrate the birthday. And tickets on sale July 31st on Ticketmaster. So only $10. So it's going to be a good time. Hope to see you there. But on today's episode, this is our mid-season finale. We've got Roberto with a long overdue interview. We're going to chop it up about his new project for tobacco use only. I can't wait to, get into everything with him. And he's going to be performing a song live here at Timeless Studios. So I'm not going to hold up your time any longer. Let's get right into this exclusive interview, and we'll see you on the other side. And we're here, finally. Well overdue. Someone that's been putting a lot of work in for a while now. Roberto, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm feeling good. I'm happy to be here. Happy to be back in Evanston. Evanston is very close to me, you know?
We're at the brand new Timeless, of course. Yeah. Like I said, it's been well overdue. You've been making a lot of noise for a while now, consistent projects, really getting active in the community. Let's just take it back since it's our first time talking with each other. When did you, start making music? Why did you get into making music?
Well, I come from a really like a long line of musicians on one side of my family, like on my side that's Hispanic. So it was kind of like genetic to a degree. Like I've got cousins and uncles and shit that are like what are called wapangueros, which they play like wapango, and a style of wapango is like wapango de mariachi. So like it's like the bands and stuff like that.
That's just
and
fire.
I got cousins that are in like thrash metal bands and shit like that. And so I linked up with this dude when I was like 8. It's like my friend. And we just started writing songs. And they were really, really bad. He was just like a dude that had instruments all in his house because his dad was a musician, And around that time, I just started writing raps whenever I could. I got in trouble a lot because it's kind of funny because Fairview is like about me a little. Like my writing is often about me, like especially when I'm talking shit. Like I'm often talking shit about myself. And so I always could rap, but like that bar in the song that I'm performing, Fairview, that I perform here, like I'm sitting there saying, y'all still thinking you could rap because you watched 8 Mile. I used to get in trouble, bro, because after I saw 8 Mile, I would take those legal sheets of notebook paper and I'll fold them up 4 times and I'll just cover them in little bars and couplets and like 4 bars or like 8 bars or like a metaphor and just cut it was the smallest writing ever so nobody could see it. By the time I unfolded it, it would just be like covered. Wow. And I'll use big crystals. And I'll just get like in trouble. I would always do that shit instead of my homework and shit. Like before I was ever even like a problem child. Well, I was always a problem child, but before I was like a problem, like young adult. You know what I mean? So it goes back that far. My mom is a music major. So she's got like 3 degrees and is like a crazy opera singer and stuff like that.
So it's been instilled in you from the beginning. Yeah, wow. And like I said, you've been doing this. I mean, you just said you've been doing it for a while, but like seriously, like actually like putting, a brand behind it and dropping consistent projects. I mean, you're still relatively young. Do you find it kind of hard over the past couple years, like navigating in such like a grown area, like, because you've been doing this since like a child. You said 8 years old. I mean,
some like not so much at the same time as yes, because being 17 and you feel me sneaking into clubs and like sneaking into bars and fucking house venues and shit just so I could get a rhyme off. Like it was nothing new to just be around people that were much older than me or thought I was much older than I was or was just on like all kinds of weird stuff, like you get more into the evils as you become an adult. Like you start seeing stuff and like luckily I had the experience of seeing a bunch of stuff already. So by the time I got into like my year 18 or 19 or some shit, like when I was really getting into the circuit here, starting to go on tour and shit, like it was really just like frustrating because I was 19 and even though I was the head engineer at the studio and even though I was booking my own tours and making my own graphics and like storyboarding my own music videos and shit like that, everything I did had like a higher chance of getting overlooked just because I was 19.
Right.
And so like there was just like all of this like me having to convince people that I really did everything I did. And just right now all that like culminated to is like feel like I keep having to fucking prove that shit. And that's really it. Like that's the only hard part because I've proved it to myself a long time ago. I was 17 when my first song hit 6 digits on whatever platform it was fucking on. But like truthfully, it's just always been that. And right now I'm more so having the problem of trying to navigate in a younger space.
Yeah.
Because I mean it's 19-year-olds out here right now, like
going crazy.
Creating like just worlds of art, like magazines and stuff like. I mean, I just did last week or 2 weeks ago. I did an interview for a small zine. The writer, the editor and stuff is 19 years old. Most of their team is 19 years old. So I sometimes feel like I'm operating like I've been here for longer than I have. So when I see these 19-year-olds and shit, I recognize my real age and I'm like, fuck, like I need to keep this shit up. Like
right.
I'm not no fucking like. I'm 28 and I've been in this city for 12 years. Like, I'm 22 and I've been like really at this shit for 4 years.
It's crazy.
So I'm more so just trying to fill my shoes or find out what those shoes are is like the common ground in between, you feel me, the forces in the eras that I see divided sort of by the pandemic.
Yeah, would you say that's what kind of keeps you creative? Because I know it's like you were saying, like it's hard when you start to grow up and the longer you've been doing this, you see the evils of the business and all the shady stuff and it it can be discouraging, really.
Yeah. I honestly have always operated on artist-to-artist relationships and that's what has always kept me the most inspired. Stuff like when me and Devin get to talking to each other just like about being or just like about being artists or like how we view each other and stuff like that. It's very like it all comes back to like the Spider-Man meme, the pointing Spider-Man and shit. And he's just like he told me once, he's just like, bro, when you drop, I'll be angry. And I was like, I just texted him back. I'm like, bro, I'm so glad you said that because I thought I was a hater. Like, because I'll just be like, fuck, I gotta write something. Now, because Devin just dropped this crazy album, like I gotta come out with something. It's always been like that too with a lot of my cohorts, and that's just I feel like that's a direct effect of just my family.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like growing up, my cousin in the thrash metal band, their band name is Terraform. If there's room for that,
shout out Terraform
in the fucking interview, but. Yeah, just growing up, he was always like a crazy fucking like metal guitarist and like that type of technical skill. You're just like, God damn. And then I would be around jazz musicians and I was like a drummer, but I was barely a drummer. You know what I mean? All those dudes played 4 instruments. So I would just be like, fuck, I gotta get good at something, you know? And that's
you gotta stand out some way. It's harder when your family members and even your close friends are all doing it. It's inspirational and motivational.
Yeah.
For sure. I noticed there's something in your cup over here. I'm not supposed to ask, people what's in their cup, but this sounded pretty cool, and it's a personal thing.
Oh yeah. So I like shout out to Sober Shack for sure. A Valley Yazi Sober Shack. We've been running around the circuit doing some events, bar takeovers, promoting a different form and sort of a spectrum of sobriety. You know what I mean? Low proof drinks, no proof drinks, hella proof drinks. You know what I mean?
However you want it.
That's my folks, so I fuck with their mission, and they're my folks, so they fuck with mine. And I hit them up. I said, what would go crazy for me and just hit me right in my heart is just some shit that tasted really Mexican. And they were like, well, what is that? I mean, neither of them were Mexican, so they were like, what does that look like? I was like, the classic, like most refreshing blend of fruits I feel like is a Mexican flavor is that watermelon, cucumber, lime.
Mm.
So this is a watermelon, cucumber, lime juice with fermented watermelon juice as the sweetener. By Sober Shack and myself. If you catch us at any of our events, literally for any time it's hot out and we have a show together, this shit will be in the building. It's on the menu as Cincinnati Sunrise.
Oh, wow.
And there's a hella proof version. Cincinnati Sunrise is the no proof. That's what I'm drinking on because you feel me. But the hella proof version got, I believe, a shot of tequila in it. And that is called Violent.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Yeah, speaking of Violent, named after one of your songs. I'm pretty sure Donuts and Alcohol, Golden Donut music video nominee.
Yeah.
So, for sure. That's on the new project?
Yeah, that was...
For tobacco use only, which is out now?
Yes, out now exclusively through me. We've got some very beautiful one-of-one designs on some cassettes. One-of-one designs by Sadfish.
Oh, shout out Sadfish.
Of course. Art by Sela Nobadie, like always. Cassettes done by Jay Hill. And everything on there is with some help. Produced, mixed, and mastered, and recorded by myself.
Do it yourself.
You know.
Wow.
That's what I've been learning since I've been around.
Wow. Let's talk about the project a little bit. I hear you have a lot of different musicians on there, production-wise. Speak to that.
Yeah, well, in terms of working on something self-produced, I really just didn't want to put a lot of other vocalists on there. We've got a couple of people that folks have seen me with before, people that I just have had roots with, I had love for, you feel what I mean? Lady Tayo's on the album. We saw her on Invierno and on Many Truths.
Yeah, she's,
yeah.
On the POC stuff.
Yeah.
Classic vocals.
We got Jay Hill's on the album, briefly.
Right.
Sadfish is actually on the album, doing some spoken word.
Okay.
Yeah, and I believe that's it. So, truthfully, like I've become very close with the side of myself that produces music over the course of the pandemic. And so when working on this album, I kind of found a lot of songs that I was never able to do justice for. And, and I'm sure the folks facilitating for us will be chuckling when I'm saying this, but you hear a fucking recording like a bunch of fucking times for 2 years, it doesn't have any life to you anymore, dude. You're just like, just shut the fuck up. Like when you listen to it. And so I heard these songs and I'm just sitting there remembering the moments in which I made them and all the life that I went through when I was making them, all the things that have changed since. And I was just thinking of like creating a universe and connecting that all through Cincinnati, and truthfully, all that has connected with Cincinnati through me.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's what's the first appearance of a musician? The first appearance would be on track 3, which is it's out. It's out, so I can say what it is.
Yes.
It's Gold Teeth, Gold Teeth has got one of my good friends from high school named Jacob Strom. He's a student at the Berklee College of Music.
Oh, wow.
He's been a virtuoso at piano ever since I can remember, and he used to play in my band frequently. If folks go back and look at the Mind the Method live stream, he's up there playing a big-ass synth keyboard. He's playing grand piano. We got the track both on Gold Teeth and You Don't Have to Cry, which are tracks 3 and 4. On them same tracks, I've got also Josh Jessen of Phlox.
Okay, yeah.
Doing a bunch of synth work. Turned out super crazy. And Violent is, Joseph Sutton of The Funk.
Oh.
He's playing bass on Violent. Moonlight, track after Violent got, from In the Pines. It's like a psych rock band, if you know them.
I've heard of them.
Yeah, so their bassist, I don't know if he goes by his like name, but it's my homie Patrick.
Mm-hmm.
He's playing bass on Moonlight. It's from a while ago, and then more Josh Jessen throughout the album. I've got a song that's pretty much just a sketch of my own with a sample, and he fleshed it out super crazy, and it's like real psych rock, hip hop kind of shit. And like the last thing that I've got is my homie Taki out in LA, out in Watts to be exact, playing guitar on the closing track of the song. And it's just been beautiful, man, because I don't even know Taki, like in a real sense, I don't know Taki like that. But when I met him on the internet, when we was doing all these Zoom calls as producers and stuff like that, and when I told him, I was like, I'm finna pull up to your crib like Thursday at 1:30 or some shit, and he was like, pull up how? I told him I was taking a bus from Las Vegas because I was just at Chris Crooks and Khrushchev, like a Mari Mon crib and shit like that. Took a bus from out there up to LA, and I told him that that's what I was finna do, and he was like, all right, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna pick you up. And I was like, you capping, right? Like, but next thing I know, I'm on the bus, like on a fucking layover in San Bernardino. I call bro to check on him, see if he's good, if he remembers and shit. He already picked Jay Hill up. He knew Jay Hill even less than me. Like, so it's just been people that it's really love with, and people that saved my life in like some form or another. I'm not gonna air out how Josh Jessen saved my life. That motherfucker is truthfully like an angel out here in these streets. But yeah, man, it's really a family affair on that album. And while I needed my voice and I had a framework, like that shit could not be possible without the musicians, man. They really did the exact things that those songs needed. I'm really excited to have them.
And I'm excited too. I'm excited to see the reception for it. I mean, it sounds like you've gone with a newer sound, with working with kind of like, you know, the synths and the alternative rock kind of. You got the guitars, and you know, I'm really excited for it, bringing new sounds into hip hop, which is very much needed right now. I believe. Yeah,
I like keeping it to my realm to a certain degree, or I should say I liked to, because all the music that y'all hear from me is old to me by the time it's new to you. I like to hold on to it, let it marinate, you know. And yeah, I was super into just like dirty boom bap sounds at this time, but just hearing like how naked they were and having them fleshed out and just molded into their own universe just meant something so much bigger. I have a lot more synth-driven music just waiting in the tuck for whenever I consider the right time to be. But yeah, I'm very excited to add this realm to the musical universe that I've been able to just kind of move through.
Dope, man. We're excited for tobacco use only, strictly through you. Are we eventually going to be on streaming?
It'll eventually be on streaming. Y'all can look for singles like kind of frequently. I truthfully just want every song on this album to get the love that it deserves.
Right, and if they want to tap in, get a physical or listen to the project, how can they?
Oh, you can hit me On Instagram, STOOPKIDINC, the underscore, that's Stoop Kid Inc. Just hit me in my messages. I'll give you the price. If you don't want to buy a cassette, you could ask about a price for a digital download. I might do it. I might.
You'll never know unless you just get in touch with the man. Of course, Roberto, the Stoop Kid. You know him. Excited for you. Excited for the future. And I want to thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Been a great. Won't be the last time. We'll definitely tap back in. For
that
sure.
too.
For sure. Man. And we'll be right back. And you still got a performance in the booth.
Oh yeah, man.
We're excited. We'll see you in a second. And what another great episode. Great interview. Big shout out to Roberto for coming through. It was great to talk to him, chat. And if you guys want for tobacco use only, his new project, tap in with him on social media. Man, it's a great project. I recommend you guys check it out. And I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in. It's been a great half season so far. We've had people like Midwest Millie, Cook LaFleur, Papa Gora, that Pressure Fest, all that. We're going to take a quick break for the summer, and we'll be back at the end of August, early September, around there. But the work's not stopping. We still got Dear Summer coming July 30th. I hope to see all of you guys there. It's going to be the event of the summer, so don't miss it. Again, thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you later in the year. This is Gravel Bear, and I'm signing out for the summer. Love you guys.
We at Donuts and Akahol, man. It's hot tech on the fucking wall while I'm recording this shit. I only text my girl lately, and she ain't heard from me in 3 days. Feel like the world is faking it. They weren't the scenes that we made. Perfectly eclipsed, and this is currently a dream state. They heard it with the shit to leave his purpose in the keepsakes. Let me get a piece of cheesecake. I might as well while I'm here, cause once I dip, I'm drunk as fucking high as hell. So I live in serving as a uppercut to my intel. Over it, I'm serving piff to toughen up the clientele. Shawty second take the soul from it. That's so funny. Hit the same places, same pace. My nose running, wishing I could go back. Kick it with my old done it with that old money. He fucked around and stole from it. And I've been trying to break ground. Don't need no out. I don't wanna take a break now. And I've been trying not to break down. Roll weed when I don't know how. I'ma break out. And I've been trying to find a way out. You know me, but I got no time I can waste now. And I can feel it from the waist down. No need, I can't stop, no sign on the way I put my feelings in the wave foul. Y'all still thinking you could rap cause you watched 8 Mile. Was that shit turn to practice, no AI. Whole time this a day job. I'm the most high, all praise to the base God. Die Lord, die Lord, die Lord, this the hill I die on. Icon, wonder what the fuck am I on. It's electric, OD impressive. Whole team eclectic, OG my necklace. Seen a new shot and she roll weed for breakfast. Don't read my texts, it's OV for exits. Ain't doing shit if I don't see my check here. Folks need perspective. And I've been trying to break ground. Don't need no out. I don't wanna take a break now. And I've been trying not to break down. Roll weed when I don't know how. I'ma break out. And I've been trying to find a way out. You know me, but I got no time I could waste now. And I can feel it from the waist down. No need, I can't stop, no sign on the way out. And I've been trying to break ground. Don't need no out. I don't wanna take a break now. And I've been trying not to break down. Roll weed when I don't know how. I'ma break out. And I've been trying to find a way out. You know me, but I got no time I could waste now. And I can feel it from the waist down. No need, I can't stop, no sign on the way out. Man, shout out to Cincinnati, shout out to Risky Ass Patterns, and shout out the whole of motherfucking Texas, man. We in this motherfucker.